one-to-one coaching, we're able to bespoke the program for the needs of that client right from day one. So we can prioritize the strategies that are the key strategies that business owner wants to work on. With group coaching, I have a room full of several business owners, and we work really on a curriculum of business education, which is set and cannot be changed, because obviously one business owner might be prioritising week 1 and another business owner might prioritise week 20. It's good from the point of view of they learn from each other. Well, accountability is crucial, James, really, because the one thing that business owners don't lack in their business is somebody who makes them accountable. So having a coach working with you all the time ensures that you're able, as a business owner, to get the critical tasks done that you need to do to press on and achieve your goals. Action Club is the group coaching program that I run, which is online, happens every fortnight for 2 hours, and I have a range of business owners who are working through various elements of mastering the business of business. Yeah, I do. What we try and do in Action Coach is keep everything congruent. So everything I coach the business owners, the clients that I work with, I do myself as well. And Action Coach are fantastic. They provide me with a coach, very experienced coach, which helps keep me on track for my business and helps me to develop into the best coach I can possibly be. It can vary enormously. So the starter packages that I make available for my clients start at £100 a month, and that can go right up to £5,000 a month. So it really depends on what kind of level a business owner requires and how big their businesses are as well. So at the very top end, I'll be coaching the business owner and the senior executive team as well on a frequent basis. I think with coaching team members, it helps the business owner really get across what they're hoping to achieve with that business. So again, there's congruence between the business owners and their team. And that means that the team members are really fighting for the key goals that the business owner is trying to achieve, and really understand the part that they play in that as well. Yeah, it's really important to me, and again, that's one of the reasons I joined Action Coach, because I'm hoping to have a business community around me, and I really enjoy the fact that my clients get together and they learn from each other, they buy from each other, And I think coaching and business ownership is a lonely world. So actually, by collaborating and forming a community, everybody benefits from that. For me, it's critical because the company culture defines everything that business is about. So it helps to make a clear definition for all the staff in terms of, what's important in that business. It helps customers understand exactly what they're going to get from that business, and it helps those businesses who are recruiting to understand the key behaviours that they're looking for new staff members. Destination mastery, this is really going into some detail in terms of where that business owner wants to go. And for me, it starts with their personal life goals and using the business as a conduit to get to those personal life goals. Now, for some people, it's about money and material goods. For other people, it's about time. But whatever it is, it tends to come back to either time or money. Yeah, it's a really interesting one, that. I would say a business consultant generally will come into a business, do some research, leave the business owner with like a report for them to go and implement whatever's in that report. A coach is really working with a business owner to develop them as an individual, to make the changes necessary for the business themselves. So really, and we're there as a coaches to support these business owners through the whole life cycle of changes that they want to make to their businesses. No, in fact, some would argue that actually it's a benefit not to know the industry, because I'm coaching the individual to be better at the business of business, and not knowing the industry really helps me clear any misconceptions I might have. So no, I think it really is a benefit not to know the industry. No, business coaching is very much like coaching an athlete. So a coach will support a business owner in terms of developing them to develop their business, but won't be running the laps around the track. That's for the business owner to do themselves. By running the laps themselves, the business owner will really develop, learn more, and be able to implement everything that we discuss, not just there in the business then, but forever. They'll learn lifelong skills. Incredibly important. We encourage our business owners to set goals on various different time frames. So we want a big, hairy, audacious goal which fits in with their life plans, but then we break it down to a 3-year goal, a 1-year goal, and then we work on a series of 90-day cycles where a business owner will set 3 or 4 business goals. We'll work on them in a quarterly basis and then repeat the cycle. So they're constantly moving the dial towards that big, hairy, audacious goal that they want to go for. Growth Club is essentially a 90-day planning exercise. So the Growth Club I run, I collaborate with a number of other coaches locally. So we have up to 90 business owners in a room, and we do some business education. We ask them to learn from each other. We tend to have a keynote speaker, but the key output of Growth Club is for them to develop some really well-written smart goals for the next 90 days and an action plan to achieve those goals too. Yes, I do, James, and I think that's really important for my clients to have some reassurance, but it's also important for me that I have some skin in the game. So for my clients, I offer a money-back guarantee on my coaching. The mechanics of that are that, if I haven't improved their profit levels by the investment that they've put into their coaching, I'll either carry on coaching them for free or I'll return the difference. So what I do, James, is I start by really trying to understand a client's end goals within their personal lives, what they're really striving for. And then I come back and say, right, how does the business need to behave in order for you to generate what you need to deliver those personal goals? And from there, we can start delving into the strategies that creates that business for them. Now, I coach business owners on a weekly or a fortnightly basis for about an hour, and we work on a series of goals and actions that deliver those goals. That can vary a lot by client, depending on the frequency of which we coach, and also how engaged they are in the process. But we can get results within 3 months for definite. I would say it's both. However, for coaching to be effective, it relies on action. And so the practical element of coaching is absolutely vital. It wouldn't work without that practical element. So there is learning involved, discovery involved, but without the action, a business will never move the dial on what it needs to develop at. Yeah, well, that can be quite common. I do have a lot of clients that get frustrated because their businesses have stagnated, and it's understandable that their mindset has been developed in that way. So as a coach, I work a lot on business owners' mindsets, get them into a position where they're taking ownership and responsibility for their business, and giving them some positivity and some belief and some ideas about how they will grow their businesses. It can be either. I tend to do a lot of my coaching online, purely for the efficiency point of view, and it actually helps myself and the client really narrow in without any distractions to discuss what really needs discussing in the business. That said, I will always meet a client face to face before a program starts. So there are various ways that we coach to make more profit. The starting point is to really analyse the financial accounts of the business and understand the low-hanging fruit where we can generate either significantly more sales or sales of the high profit items. At the same time, we'll have a look at the cost base as well and try and remove costs that is not a good investment for the business. So it's a combination and very specific to the business that we're coaching. Well, there is a discernible difference. When I'm coaching a business that's struggling, obviously there's a lot of emphasis on short term and a lot of emphasis on generation of cash to make sure that it develops to a more stable base. Whereas with a thriving business, we can concentrate right from the start on longer term goals and building the infrastructure to really grow a profitable business. No. With my programs, for the vast majority of the programs, I only ask for a month's notice if somebody's not satisfied with the results that they're getting. So I would rather a client be satisfied and not be tied in long term, so they can see the value month by month. What I would say though is, in order to see the value of coaching, I would say most clients need to be coaching for at least 6 months. Well, we've got a really interesting framework at Action Coach, which has a look at the marketing strategy and plans of a business, and we divide it down by 5 areas and strategize on each of those 5 areas to ensure that a marketing spend is generating some good leads that delivers profitable business for each customer. So typical coaching session will last for about an hour, and within that hour I'll want to understand the positives in the business that have happened since the previous coaching session. I want to review the actions that the business owner has taken since the last coaching session and understand where the business has moved forward. and then really ascertain the priorities for the business before we set the actions and goals for the next session. I had a really good long think about this question. I think what I really enjoy about the franchise and Action Coach particularly is there's a huge community of coaches. So in the UK we have 200 Action Coaches, and there isn't a single business problem that hasn't cropped up over the lifespan of those 200 coaches. So it's fantastic for my clients that they have me supported by 200 other Action Coaches. The other thing I really like about Action Coach is the learning and development I get. I cannot absorb all the input that I'm given that helps me improve as a coach, which helps me improve my clients' businesses. I've done coaching in various guises over the last 20-25 years, and what I've really understood is how much I enjoy helping people, and business owners particularly. I think what I really understand myself is the business of business, and with a want to help people and help them develop and make their businesses as successful as I possibly can. That's a huge motivator for me. We have a number of different frameworks to help us with that problem, but for me it comes down to, first of all, its mindset. So for the business owner to really understand the value of generating a better work-life balance. And it's a bit like smoking. Once people have decided not to smoke and they understand the reasons why, there's a motivation to do that. Once we've got that motivation, I've got various frameworks that I can help a business owner with in order to achieve a better work-life balance.